the Central Great Lake Emmys. I'm going to be interviewing some students that just got scholarships as well as Emmy Award winners. My name is Lily Taveras and I'm an intern here in Indianapolis. What college are you planning on going to?
So I'm actually already in college. I currently go to Huntington University. I'm going to be a senior, so my final year. A little scary, but, going into my final year, I'm super excited.
How do you feel about winning this scholarship?
Winning this scholarship, it's absolutely incredible. I've been doing this since I was in high school, so to be able to be recognized like this is amazing. And also, like I said, going into my senior year, getting that confidence of, this is something that I'll be able to do in the real world when I'm being an adult. So this is just an absolute honor to receive.
That's amazing. Your dress is beautiful as well. Thank you so much. So what did you have to do for the scholarship? What project went into that? How did that look for you?
Yeah, so they had us do a couple of different things. Luckily, I go to a school where I have already built a portfolio up, and I also intern at 21 Alive, the ABC affiliate in Fort Wayne. So I was able to really build that portfolio up, so I submitted that. I was able to get breaking news of the fire that is nominated tonight, so I have that. I have some creative stuff that I've done at Huntington, all sorts of different things. So I submitted that, got letters of rec submitted from some coworkers that I work with that are just so kind, got those sort of things. So all sorts of little things that have helped build to get this scholarship.
Well, that's amazing. Congratulations. Of course. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Of course.
Bass.
And how do you feel about this scholarship?
I'm so thankful. My teacher actually sent us an email about just the scholarship, and I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. So I decided to apply, and it went really well, so I'm just really happy about it.
Great. Are you a high school student or a college student currently?
I just graduated from high school. I'm going to IU Bloomington in the fall.
Amazing. Congratulations. Hi.
Hank Kopak.
And how do you feel about this scholarship? What went into this? What project did you submit?
I submitted some basketball recaps I did, shot all the footage, edited it, did a bunch of sound stuff, and it really means a lot. I've worked on this basically not only my senior year, but all 4 years of high school, and it's just validating to know that someone appreciates me, and this is a big confidence boost to continue in the future.
That is definitely very validating. Where do you want to go after college? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In 5 years, I see myself working for a major sports industry here in Indianapolis. My first choice is obviously the Pacers, but I know the Colts or the NCAA headquarters, either of those would be just as great, in my opinion.
Well, that's amazing. It looks like you're on the right path. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, our next guest was Jonas, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you feeling right now just getting that scholarship?
I'm a little bit surprised, shocked, just overwhelmed. I ain't got no words. I'm gonna say that right now. I don't have many words.
And I know they kind of talked about you were part of 300 cameras. I've been a part of that as well too, helping Dennis Jarrett. Talk about that and what you hope to kind of do for the future and maybe represent the East Side.
Well, I'm from the West Side, so I'm Ben Davis. I really appreciate that cohort, that opportunity. We went 6 weeks gaining knowledge and information about how to work the camera and how to do this and how to do that. And then at the end of the 6 weeks, you get to keep the camera that they provided for you. So that really helped push me. I learned a lot in that class, a lot of things that I thought I knew that I really didn't know. I just feel like I'm going to be able to do my best work in J2 Media, my freelance photography business, and I think it really helped me just get to where I wanted to be as far as a young photographer goes.
Awesome. Just looking forward to college next, huh?
Yes, sir. I've been getting ready for it all summer, so yeah.
Wish you the best of luck, my friend. Congrats again.
Thank you so much.
Where that you won and how you feeling?
Well, feel very good. Name's Nate Heck, and we work on a show called Outrageous with Nate, and we won for Arts Entertainment. So really excited about it. Was not expecting it, to be honest. Very humbled by the fact we got nominated to begin with, but. Yeah, it was just a great episode that we put together that we found somebody who actually makes swords for Marvel Studios, and we were like, this is crazy, we have to film this. So it was obviously a lot of fun to film.
Is this the first award for you guys, Emmy, in your career, or?
I won't lie, we are very fortunate. I think this would be my 11th, but it's been several years since we've won one, so it's really exciting, to be honest.
Is this the first one in person, Nate? been there to collect in person, third in person, first in person for me. So glad to bring home a trophy before the Pacers do it tomorrow night too. Yeah.
Pacers in 7.
They better.
Heck yeah.
Now, is there anything on the horizon for you guys, idea-wise, for your next big project?
Oh yeah, we got too much. Yeah, we're working right now. We do arts a lot, but sometimes we're doing creativity and innovation. So, but we are right now getting ready to go out to the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum and her former home. We're gonna go to Meow Wolf, which is, if you haven't been to Meow Wolf, it's a crazy museum. And then up to Michigan, actually, hopefully to do some stuff with the Art Prize. So, yeah, there was something, and we animate a lot of episodes, which we have one more category for an animated episode. So I'm hopeful that we might win that one.
Yeah, we'll see if lightning strikes twice.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations, guys. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing this.
No problem, no problem.
Good night.
And then we'll have our next winner coming up. All right, how you doing, sir?
How are you?
Doing good, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome to Backstage Live. We're live on Facebook right now. So kind of tell us your name, what category you won, and how you feeling right now.
My name is Marcus Harrison. We won in the category of lifestyle for Arts and Entertainment show called 41 Nosh, where we profiled a local organization's event. It's called Restaurant Week Toledo, and that's put on by Leadership Toledo in Toledo. That's Toledo 3 times, but very cool event. We were happy to profile this event and just kind of show what this event is about and where the proceeds go and why it's important. So to win an Emmy on top of that is that's just the cherry on top. So very happy for this, definitely.
All right. Is there anything else you're working on? Anything going forward?
We working on a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of different projects. Like I said, just very happy to always be recognized by your peers, and people that are doing the same type of work. So just very happy about this, definitely.
Appreciate it. Congratulations again.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
There you go. All right. Our next award winner. How's it going, my friend? All right. Tell us your name and what category did you win today?
Sure. Clay Lepard, Channel 5 in Cleveland, and this is for environment/science. So this is a story that we noticed that Ohio was having a lot of tornadoes over the course of the year, and we wanted to look into why and how that was happening. So a lot of teamwork on this one.
Awesome. And I know viewers at home, they're not here. Kind of talk about the atmosphere being here in Indiana, the time of the Pacers. They're on the verge of kind of winning something.
Gosh, what a time to be around here in Indianapolis, on the verge of something really hope special is about to happen. Beautiful venue, beautiful seeing everybody here tonight, and good luck tomorrow.
Sounds good. I see you got to stack them, so I guess
know,
it's a
I got
team
my
award.
Friends that couldn't make it out here tonight, so yeah. So.
We appreciate it.
Thank you very
Congrats
much.
again.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, there you heard it right there. We might have another winner come in shortly. So we do have a long program tonight, folks, so definitely stick with us. We're going to have a lot of interviews throughout this whole entire night. A lot of good-looking people in good-looking suits, too, and dresses as well. So, hey.
Hi, Jonathan Walsh.
All right. I'm Matthew Foltz, and
I'm Jack Cullen.
We're some of the hosts of Backstage Live. We're on Facebook right now, so kind of tell us how you're feeling and what awards you get tonight.
Yeah, so this was for medical news, and it was medical billing madness. And people just, when you get a medical bill, a lot of times you have no idea what the heck it is. And so many people had so many questions that we were like, you know what, we got to do a story about this. Funny thing is, I became part of the story. Many of my daughter's bills were going to some rando address in another city that I've never lived in. So we went up and knocked on the door, and the woman came out and like, yeah, I've got your medical bills. I don't know you, but I have your medical bill. So, yeah, it's one of those, consumery sort of stories that everybody can relate to, and that's what we try to do, is, really tackle the stories that everybody's talking about, everybody's having a problem with, and I'm just really happy and really glad that they recognize our hard work. I work with the best investigative team in the business, and without them, I wouldn't be here, so it's really a pleasure to be here tonight.
Awesome. Talk about this tux really quick. I like this tux, I like the vest. What we working with?
Yeah. Well, actually, I got this up in New York City. I was at a different award show, and I was like, I got to get something that kind of says something, and then but it's subtle. So I just put it together, and my wife likes it, and that's all that matters. So.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, you understand. Well, Matthew, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
doing this, guys. I appreciate your hard work, and good luck tonight, okay?
Thank you.
Yeah,
Congrats
all right.
again.
Thank you, guys.
All right, everybody, we're going to send it back to the program while we wait for our next winners.
Welcome back to Backstage Live. I'm Raymond, joined by Matthew.
That's right, yep.
And who am I joined with today?
I'm Lindsay McCoy. I am the 5 p.m. anchor on 21 WFMJ in Youngstown.
That's amazing. So what did you win tonight?
We won for the best newscast daytime category, Market 51 Plus. I submitted coverage when we covered the explosion of a building in downtown Youngstown. It's called the Realty Building. It had a bank downstairs and apartments above, and they cut a gas line. It exploded. Many people were injured because of the shrapnel. One person was killed. He was a young man, and the family has been fighting for justice. During the production of this newscast, literally 2 hours prior, maybe an hour and a half, we were told we may evacuate our building after this happened because we were a block and a half away. We were terrified for our safety, and I was worried about the reporters in the field because they're out there, and I don't want anything to happen to my friends, my coworkers. And we put the show together. We were told we could stay. It was safe for us to be, and we tried to get people information because everyone wondered what was going on and if they were safe. So that's what happened that day, and it was nerve-wracking, but we did our job, and that's what we're there for.
I mean, absolutely. It's the fact that you're able to report that quick on such a dangerous matter and still being in that area. I mean, that's amazing.
We were scared, but I was worried that we didn't know what was next for the people outside. What should we tell people? Don't go that way, obviously, but it was scary. We were very terrified. Yeah.
Well, congratulations again, and we appreciate the hard reporting that you do, and again.
We're happy to do it. We're just thankful that we have the role we have, and news is important to people in their communities. It's very important, as you guys know. It's just one of those things where, we're reporting on everyday life, everyday people, and sometimes you have to do the best you can, and every day is like that in the newsroom. I feel like we hustle, but we have fun while we're doing it, so that's good too. Thank you.
Congrats. Thank you.
I'm excited.
What's your name?
Silas.
Awesome, Silas. What'd you win tonight?
For our Turnpike series, that we aired last year. It's a systematic problem with the Turnpike, where they had a lot of issues with safety on the Turnpike. They installed a new Turnpike system for tolling methods that confused hundreds of thousands of people, and people ended up getting in extreme car accidents as a result of that. So our investigation uncovered that, and we encouraged the Turnpike to apologize for their miscues. So it was a really big investigation. We spent 6 months on it, and really can't believe it, we won, but
I mean, it's amazing nonetheless because everyone gets confused on the turnpikes. I mean, especially with all the construction going on now. So that's amazing to bring that story to people so that way they can understand as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Congrats on winning. Good job, Silas.
Congrats, man.
Okay, how are you feeling after winning your Emmy?
Honestly, pretty unreal. I never really thought I would win an Emmy. I kind of got into news as a sports broadcaster, and then my senior year of college switched to be a news producer. So just kind of doing this and the outcome of this after such a switch and quick turn is pretty amazing, very unexpected. So I'm very grateful, and just shout out to my parents. My mom's here with me, so love you, Mom, love you, Dad, and go Wish.
Yes, congratulations. What is your plan now, your next project, your next big goal after this big accomplishment?
Not much. I just re-signed with Wish, so I'll be there for another 3 years. But, I just take it a day at a time. I go into work with an open mind every day to be positive, to give back to the community that's given so much to me for 25 years. So, just the stories come to us, and we are so happy and pleasured to share those stories that come to us. Just every day, just looking forward to just going back to the station and providing,
That's awesome.
No, I mean, that's awesome. I'm glad you're able to go into work every day with an open mind like that. It helps with creativity.
100%.
Yes, congratulations. Of course. Okay, let's see if we have some other awards coming through. Okay, well, so another Emmy.
Yeah, this time we did an episode about how paint killed people, and Nate animated the whole thing, and Dropped in a little bit of All About That Bass in there as well to get the kids interested, and taught them something along the way.
Trying to make education fun. Yeah, exactly.
What are some of your biggest tips for making education fun to really make the youth engage with what you're trying to get out?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We found that, like, one, we ask a lot of questions, so it's like interactive, like you guys would know that, right? And trying to take topics that are just interesting, you know, if it's something you might want to learn about. And humor. I mean, I'll be honest, I think like that's probably our bread and butter, is trying to make it funny and fun, because it should be fun, I think, in my opinion. So yeah, those are my biggest hits.
And match that TikTok attention span. That changed a lot of things.
Yes. Okay, well, congratulations for your second Emmy, of course. Have a great rest of your night. Okay, we can bring it back to the program. Hi. Congratulations. So this is your dad. You guys won together. That's amazing.
Isn't that crazy? So this was just off a whim. I'm executive producing this project. Shout out to Dave, too, the producer on this project. I forgot to say something up there, but our host was not able to make it one day. She got sick. And so I go upstairs and I wake my daughter up and I'm like, hey, I need you to host this program that I'm doing, that I'm working on. And she agrees to it. I'm like, cancel everything for today, at least for the first half of the day. And she agrees to it. And lo and behold, here we are, Emmy winners for one of those episodes. Isn't that crazy?
Yes, that's absolutely amazing. How are you feeling?
Very surprised, elated, excited, and I'm just, thank you for taking a chance on me and believing in me that I could do this, and I'm so grateful.
That's awesome.
It's also interesting too, I've been in TV for over 20 years now, and I've always involved my kids when opportunities come up. So I have videos of her, this little, cooking, for PBS and different things like that, and I've always involved them in. So this is almost like this great story, this culmination of, full circle moment for us where, I remember having her like this, and now here we are, and we're both holding Emmys. So it's a great story.
That is a great story. It's definitely a full circle moment. That's so exciting. Is this your first Emmy?
First nomination, first Emmy, is my first time coming to the show. So, yep. Awesome. Thank you.
100%.
How many Emmys have you won?
I think this would be 4 for me. Yeah, 4. Yeah, I believe. Well, yeah, 4. I think 4. Yeah.
Do you have any other categories tonight that you're up for?
I do not. I'm 2 for 2, 100% 2. Those are our only 2 nominations, and we won both. So very happy tonight. Very pleased.
Well, congratulations. It's so amazing. Your story is great. Of course. Do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I don't think so. I really wasn't expecting this, and I didn't have anything prepared because I wasn't anticipating on winning, like, the whole night. I was like, oh, Mom, can you, record, when they call it, if they call my name, being very explicit, not to jinx it. And I didn't tell a lot of people either because I didn't want any evil eye. So this is a very pleasant surprise. But
I have one thing to add. If you need somebody to be a host, she's right here.
Emmy winner.
Yeah, Emmy winner, first time up. Been doing TV for off and on for 10, 15 years, something like that. You need somebody to host right here. Here she is.
Amazing. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you. That's awesome. Well, do you want to tell us a little bit about your nomination and your win?
Sure. Thanks so much. We just won an Emmy for one of our Olympic stories that we did prior to the Paris Olympics. We had a chance to go over about a year ahead of the Olympics and do some human interest stories, and that was really great. I got a chance to travel with photographer Steve Rhodes, and he's an amazing artist with video and editing, and so we're just thankful for it. So, want to thank our TV station, Channel 13, and Tegna for sending us every 2 years. I really feel like it's the assignment of a lifetime, and we get that every 2 years. So.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Well, Scott Swan, you are no newbie here to the Emmys. How does it still feel to get another Emmy after all these years and so many? It's still so meaningful.
It is. There are so many talented journalists in this room with cameras and with notepads. I mean, just fantastic storytellers. So anytime you're nominated, and anytime you win, it's a special thing. And we just feel so blessed to work for Channel 13 because, you know, this is a station that is committed to telling unique human interest stories and unique journalistic stories. And so we'll travel all over the world to find those. So I'm thankful for my job for sure.
Stand-up memory from the trip?
My gosh, there's too many to count. It's like I've got 3 kids and 7 grandkids. It'd be like asking, you know, which is your favorite grandchild, you know. But we love it all. So, you know, we're just thankful for every trip we get a chance to get. So, yeah.
Congratulations, Scott.
Thanks so much. Great seeing you both. Yeah, thanks.
Tell me a little bit about your nomination and your win and what went into it.
I'm John, and this is Mike. We're with Rival Studios, a sports production company out of St. Louis, IU, Indiana University basketball. We did their intro video last year, so we just won in the Sports Open and Tees category, and then we have their football intro videos in 2 other categories as well.
Okay, that's awesome. What's next for you guys after this big accomplishment? What's your next goal?
We work with a lot of different teams, so just continue to do great work and push the creative boundaries, and just always get opportunities to do something cool and different. So, Mike.
When it comes down to editing, I just try to put my all into it to make it as exciting as possible and use every technique in the book.
What do you think is some good advice for any young journalist out there, editor, photographer, to make something visually interesting? Like, what do you think is the most important part? Motion, color?
I just think you should find good reference for what you want to achieve and kind of just put your own spin on that reference and make it your own. So.
Perfect. Congratulations, guys. Of course. Have a good rest of your night. Yep. Okay, we can take it back. How excited are you to win this Emmy? Is this your first Emmy?
No, this is my 24th, 5th, and 6th. So,
gosh!
So it's very exciting. I retired 2 weeks ago, and so after 40 years at WTHR, Lily, so it's just wonderful to close with a great team: Megan Simpson, Steve Rhodes, Scott Graber, and our Emmys were for Chuck's Big Adventure, which is a series that we've been doing for 6 years. We've done 14 different trips around the United States with 140 stories, and we've got to bring the country to Indiana. And it's been probably the most well-received thing that I've ever been a part of in my career. So it's great to end on this note.
Yeah, that's awesome. And to have it, you said, what was it called?
Chuck's Big Adventure, right. And it's a wonderful series that we were able to start in 2019, right before. Megan is our chief of staff, the executive producer of this. Scott Graber, great photographer, and then Steve Rhodes, who is one of the best in the country.
Up in the car, driving the car.
But we've had just a wonderful time doing this, and it's a wonderful way to close my career.
That's beautiful. And what are you guys taking away from Chuck as he's leaving now?
Well, friendship, leadership, just an awesome storyteller, and I will just keep telling stories that Chuck does. Yeah, because it's fantastic.
That's amazing.
And so many adventures that we've been on and so many stories that no one else knows but us.
Yes, that's right.
That will carry forever. And just, again, congratulations on your retirement and all that you've done in all of your years. And you will be so missed.
Yeah, we've developed a true team and friendship and all those things. But the most important thing is we know where the best convenience stores in basically 10 different states are.
Yes, yes.
Chuck's a fan of Wawa. He's very excited.
Oh, I love Wawa. I'm originally from New Jersey, so we love Wawa.
I'll tell you what, the thing about Chuck's Big Adventure is in this age of broadcast cuts, and it's a very tough time in our business, but WTHR has continued to fund these great stories, and I think the response by the public, seeing them both digitally and on linear TV, has been wonderful, and it's been a blessing to be around these guys. I think I take back more my relationship with them than the stories, but it's been wonderful.
Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of you. Yeah, of course. Tell me your name.
Of course. I'm Birchelle Edmay. I'm the main evening anchor over at Fox 59.
Perfect. And could you tell me what this Emmy means to you after everything you put into that story?
I think it means showcasing Indiana as truly a pillar of sports, especially in basketball. This was Hoosier Nation here, and we're less than 24 hours away from the Pacers possibly making history as well. And this is what this story was all about, showing the history of basketball and how it has really transformed over the years. Chuck Taylor is cutting the net off of the rim after a championship. The evolution of ABA basketball into the NBA, college sports tournaments, all of it started here in Indiana. So it means really showcasing what this state is about.
That is amazing. And is this your first Emmy?
It's not my first, but it still feels good.
That's amazing. And after you get these Emmys, what is your next goal? What do you make that could top this, or your next accomplishment that you're really looking forward to?
I think the next goal is always making sure we're shedding light on what's going on in our community, telling the stories that they want to be here, amplifying their voices. So doing more of this. That's the next goal.
Well, congratulations. You look so beautiful as always.
Let me give a shout out to our photographer, Jamie Suter, who is not here with us today, but he equally holds one of these trophies, as he has many, because he is so talented. So thank you to him for bringing my words to life and always being such an amazing partner and collaborator in all of our stories. So thank you, Jamie. This one's for you.
And shout out Fox 59 for letting me intern there too. Okay. Okay, thank you so much. Congratulations, and have a good rest of your night.
Buddy, welcome back to Backstage Live here at the 56th Annual Great Lakes Emmys. I'm Stephanie Haney here with Jack.
I'm Jack, yes. Jack Cullen. All right.
Good to be with you, Jack. We have a winner to talk to. What's your name?
Sydney Canty.
Sydney, tell us where you're from and where you just won.
I am from Detroit, Michigan, but I report in Youngstown, Ohio, and I just won my first ever Emmy for, I am not about to cry, for a story that really meant a lot to me, the story of human trafficking, where it's happening like right in front of us, and it's like modern day slavery, and it was just really a labor of love. It was an investigative piece that was about a half hour long, and we had to do a lot of investigating and digging and research, and even talk to one of the victims who survived this, who told us her harrowing story of abuse, and we called it invisible chains because she was bound even mentally by this monster of a situation. So yeah.
Jack, do you have any questions for her?
None that I can think of, but thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your dedication to the craft, and thank you for winning an award.
And I want to ask you, how did that story come to you? How were you able to connect with that person who was willing to share that story?
Well, I was actually out covering a Martin Luther King Day Jr. event, and at this event there was a woman who got up to talk about how we can continue his message by making sure that people who are involved in human trafficking are being set free as well, because it is like modern day slavery. And so when she said that, I was like, I wonder how often that happens in our area where there are people being trafficked. And so, trafficked. And so I just went and just started Googling as much as I can and researching and then making calls and finding what I could to see, who's gone through something like this. And there was a woman who had a book out, or had a book coming out, and she was telling her story. And I was like, let me see, if she'd be willing to talk to me about this. And she was, and her story was way, way deeper and heavier than I ever imagined it could be.
A lot of layers to peel back on that. Jack, stop me if you have any follow-up questions for you. But can you tell me a little bit about the number of people that go into working working on a story as important as that?
So for me at my station, it's myself and my 3 managers, my assistant news director, Justin Mitchell, my news director, Sheila Miller, and the digital content manager, Robin McFerrin. And we work as an investigative team to go and research and find interviews and put this together as best as we possibly can. And so, yeah, it's a group effort, team effort.
A team effort, and obviously, as best as you possibly can, was very, very well. Congratulations on your win, and thank you for telling that important story.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great night.
We're going to send it back to the program now. All right, welcome to Backstage Live at the 56th Annual Emmys, the Great Lake Emmy Awards. I'm here with Jack Cullen. We've got some questions for our next set of winners. We got a trio here. What'd you win for?
We're so excited. 20 nominations, and this is my first win. This is her first win. This is her first win. What did we win for? Solar
eclipse coverage.
The land. It's a fun story. We're always used to doing death and destruction, and we actually had a wonderful, positive event where everybody came together, and our meteorologist had us so focused on the sky and what we needed to look for. It was just such a beautiful moment. Sam even cried.
I did. I cried on live TV. I was very embarrassed that I did this, but it paid off. So
it was an amazing day. I watched 135 people elope
Under the eclipse. It was amazing from
they still
start to
together?
finish. Well, I don't know. I hope so. I hope so. A once in a lifetime event. You hope so.
Hopefully they made it 365. Okay, I want to make sure everyone at home has an opportunity to know who won. So I'm going to start on the end. You know, you're with WOIO, or you were at the time that this piece came out.
I'm Samantha Roberts.
Meteorologist Samantha.
Yes, yes.
I'm Sia New Yorker, former weekend anchor, MMJ at WOIO.
And I'm Tiffany Tucker, anchor at WIO. I've been there for almost 19 years.
Woo,
Can
19?
you see the wrinkles?
No, you can. I'll tell you what, and it's not just the light. She looks fantastic in person, too. I want to give Jack an opportunity. Do you have a question?
How much work went into this project for you guys? Like, what was the dedication like?
It was a lot of planning, but I mean, honestly, I'll tell you, it was a true team effort from top to bottom. We had awesome planning, managers, meteorologists, photographers,
yeah,
like everybody planned, pitching, the assignment desk, the digital folks. Like it was really a collaboration, and so honestly, this is really a team win when you think about it. Like it's not we're here with these, but honestly,
our meteorologist planned, let us know what we would experience, and you know we got to geek out on all the different things. So it was almost like building up to a great event, and that's exactly what it was. And we got to share it with everybody in Northeast Ohio.
And then just a couple of weeks later, we had the Northern Lights.
Yes.
So this was an incredible period for space. And meteorologists, we typically focus on stuff that happens in the troposphere. We got to focus on stuff that happens in space. So this was an amazing time for us, and we couldn't have done it without our behind-the-scenes crew.
Everybody.
And that's what it takes. That's what team coverage, that's what it really takes. Our anchors, our photographers, our assignment desk, everybody. So it was a fun event.
You can feel the team camaraderie here. So congratulations, ladies. Thank you for being with us here on Backstage Live. We'll go back to the program now.
Winners. Ooh, feels good.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Backstage Live here at the 56th Annual Great Lakes Emmy Awards. I'm here with Jack Cullen. We have another group of winners. I'm going to go down the line and ask everybody to tell me where you're from and your name, and then I'm going to ask you to tell me what you won for.
Okay, TV20. I'm the Director of News, Janelle Bass-Hawthorne.
The Assistant Director at TV20, Ben Dreyer.
Eleanor Hayes, TV20, reporter, writer.
Patrick Fenner, and editor of the program.
And I will come back here to say, what category did you win?
Public Affairs Program.
And tell us a little bit of the story behind what you won for.
Sure. The piece is called Sheltering Hope, where we focus on 5 people who were previously unhoused. And so we go on the journey of how you can see yourself in these people's stories. One woman was helping her son who fell off a crane, and she couldn't stay in a shelter. It's hard to keep a job, so she slept in her car to take care of her adult son. Another person, they bought a home with their mother-in-law. She died, they became homeless. And so it's a journey of how these people struggled and then overcame and are now in a home.
Incredible to share that story with the people. And I want to ask you, when it comes to finding these stories to tell them, give us a little peek behind the curtain. How do these stories that turn into these award-winning pieces come to you?
Yeah, so we are very fortunate to be TV20, the City of Cleveland's government access TV channel. So this story, kind of happened naturally because the city is taking the efforts to help those less fortunate or those who are unhoused and help them, navigate and move forward with where they are in their lives. So currently, the city has housed over 150 unsheltered individuals. So we are very fortunate to have the opportunity to work directly with the city and tell these amazing stories.
Jack, do you have a question for the group?
Yes. How has it impacted you guys personally, too, covering these stories?
What I can say about TV20's opportunities to tell long-form stories is to let people share how they are feeling, what they're going through, and then also for us to present solutions. So that impacts us because these are the people who are our neighbors. The program's actually called A Home for Every Neighbor, so it hits home everywhere, no matter where you may live or think you might live.
And one more question for the group. I want to ask, how does it feel to be recognized for this kind of important work?
I mean, it feels incredible. I feel blessed to be part of the project when they brought me in to help with it. And just, these stories are so important to be heard because these things that are happening are so important to the community. And so the fact that the channel's dedicated to telling those stories is it's amazing.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the important work you do. Congratulations on your win. We'll send it back to the program now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Backstage Live. I'm Stephanie Haney here with Raymond Cotis now, my co-host, and we have another group of winners. What's your name, where are you from, and what's the category you won for?
Hi, my name is Grace Phillips. We won for public service announcement for the ACLU of Indiana's Yes You Can Vote video.
All right, and what's your name?
Kona Williams.
Jonathan Frazier.
Congratulations on the win. Tell us a little bit about the piece that you won with today.
So we did an amazing public service project for the ACLU of Indiana in order to raise awareness for the ability for previously incarcerated folks that they do in fact have the right to vote here in the state of Indiana. It was a wonderful, wonderful project, and it was honestly, I mean, we worked hard on it, but all of the honor and it goes to the previously incarcerated folks who worked with us on this. Raymond and Jeannie, we are so proud of you. We are so grateful for you trusting us with this. We are so grateful for you letting us tell your story. I'm so proud of the team. I'm so proud of this work. I think, if you have the ability to speak for somebody who doesn't have a voice themselves, you should, take the time, use your voice, advocate as much as possible. It's important. We're telling important stories and keep telling those stories.
Raymond, do you have a question for the group?
No, it's amazing to find like such a small group like that's underrepresented. I mean, how did you come across finding your friend, I guess, or that connection?
So we worked with the ACLU to find people who they felt really represented, who were doing the work. Raymond and Jeannie, who were our main talent in this, really use their voice every day. They said, we are not going to let our past represent who we are now and who we can be in the future. And so we're just really, really proud and honored to be able to not only tell their story, but allow them to just make sure that everybody else who's in their situation can also tell their stories.
And I'll ask you what this means to you and how it feels to win.
Yeah, it's a wonderful feeling. Doing work and being recognized for it is a great experience. Doing work for an organization like this, for something like this, is even better. Working with a great team is incredible. And, she has talked about a couple of the folks we worked with. Jeannie, one of our talent, she still has her I voted sticker from her first time voting. And it just shows you how important these rights are and how, despite this situation we're in today, these rights are important. They've deserved these rights, and we're just so glad to represent that and speak up for that.
Thank you for shining a light on something that a lot of people may take for granted, and congratulations on your win.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Go Pacers.
Back to the program. Welcome back to Backstage Live here at the 56th Annual Emmys for the Great Lakes Emmys. We've got ourselves another group of winner. I've got Raymond Cotis with me. We'll be asking some questions first. Let me know your name and what you won for.
All right, my name is Jeremy Gray. I work for the Indiana University Athletic Department, but the man of the hour is John Morgan from Rival Studios, and we won for sports promotion.
Congratulations. I want to get everybody's name in here. What's your name?
Daryl Grant. Andrew Brown.
Danny Malakoff Brown.
Great crew you got here. Tell us a little bit about what you won for.
So this is sports promotion. This was for the football intro video from last year. So really cool creative that we got to execute. And so wonderful, it always makes our job easier. We got wonderful clients that are open to cool ideas and doing something great.
Raymond, do you have a question?
Not much a question. It's more of a fashion statement. I mean, I love the bow tie, the suit. I mean, any inspiration behind that?
Just try to mix it up. Be a little different. So.
What was the motivation behind the creative that you came up with for this piece that was obviously well received?
This guy, he came up with some of the creative. So.
Oh, man. We were just trying to do something cool, something that stood out and that spoke to Indiana football. It's a new era here at Indiana, and just excited to show it off, and thankful to be a part of this great team here. So that's all that matters.
Well, congratulations, everyone, on the win. It's obviously a great time to be an Indiana sports fan.
Right, absolutely.
We'll let you get back to the show.
Go Hoosiers! Go Hoosiers!
Back to the program.
Hey, welcome backstage. I'm Barney Wood, and I'm here with Raymond here. And hey, tell us about your experience here so far.
It's been pretty cool. This is the third Emmys I've been to. First one in Indianapolis, so that's been great. I live here.
Now, what was this one for?
Tell
us a little bit about your project.
This one was for short form editing. I work for the Indianapolis Indians, which is our minor league baseball team here. And it was just a few of the projects I've done for the team last year.
What were you editing on?
I use Adobe Premiere and After Effects.
Okay.
Yep.
Was there any, kind of interesting things that happened during the process that you could tell us about?
Not really. I got to one of the videos was cool is for Paul Skeens when he got called up to the big leagues. He was with us for a couple months last year, so it was cool getting to shoot him in his starts and edit video. So.
Okay. Well, do you have any special shout outs to anybody at home?
Just my wife Victoria, she's at home, and then my family, who they're all watching right now. So. Yeah.
All right. Well, hey, congratulations, man. Okay. All right. Well, let's go back to the stage.
Welcome back to Backstage Live. I'm Raymond, joined by...
I'm Barney Wood.
So,
I'm Rob.
Nice to meet you, Rob. So, what'd you win tonight?
For writing.
Writing?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell us about your piece.
It was a compilation of 3. I don't think anchors sometimes are not known for writing, so we entered 3 stories that I'd done, and like I said up there, it's pretty much easy to write to video when you have the photography staff that we do. So my credit goes to them.
Oh, absolutely. So, which number Emmy is this? Is it your first one, or?
No. There's been a few.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
I've been doing this a long time, my man.
Hey, just keeping up the streak, I guess. I mean, it's always good to win something.
You know what? It's nice that to me is low on the totem pole. What is great about this night is sharing it with so many talented people from so many places, to see so many familiar faces and talented people all in one place. I respect and admire talent. And in this room, my goodness, we just saw the silver and gold circle winners walk up there. It's just, it fulfills. I worked in Toledo, Indianapolis, and now I'm in Cleveland. So it's fun to walk around and see, hey, I know you, I know. And to share it with people from WEWS, nothing could be better.
Well, that's amazing, given that recognition, too. Do you have any special shout-outs you want to give to anyone?
Well, golly, I do know some people at home are watching. My beautiful wife is working, and our 2 boys, I used to call them our small boys, but they are now bigger than me, and just, we were proud when they walked. Imagine how proud we are now. So just to everybody watching at home, that's all.
Well, congratulations. That's great.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's really neat. I'm surprised that I get an invitation, let alone come and win anything. Yeah.
Well, congrats. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, shoot. No. Thank you.
Have a great rest of the night.
That I will. No matter what.
Now back to the main stage.
And who do we have here?
Alex Cosine.
Alex, why don't you tell us a little bit about your project, as if I don't know.
So Art and Soul,
Yes.
Portrait of Nancy Noel, is about my mother, who was a well-known Indian artist. And it's really about her life story, her work, and her message to the world. We debuted at the Heartland Film Festival here in Indianapolis in 2023. And, I'm just happy to be winning another award for it. So it's amazing how many people have responded to this film in a positive way. And I'm thrilled to be here.
Well, that's really good. I knew your mom.
You did?
I did.
Okay.
And I knew you when you were a very little boy, but you do not remember that. And I just want to tell you how much your mother means to everybody in this community and how proud we are of you for doing this.
Well, thank you very much. My mother's... She kind of, she precedes me in everything. It seems like I'm Nancy Noel's son. That's
No,
that's
you did a really. I saw the film. It was so good. Your shooting, your editing, the way you and Amy and everybody on your team put that together. You should be. And Patty Spitler was in it too. Yeah.
I tell people, my mother bought a camera for me when I was 15 to shoot her painting. So I've been making this film for 30 years. Basically, what I tell people. That's what I started shooting at 30 years ago. So.
Yeah. Well, she was fun to shoot. I shot some footage of her too with the parrot on her head and Isaac the Great Dane.
Never a dull moment at Landfair Farm. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, congratulations,
Thank
and
you
you
very
should
much.
feel so proud. And I'm sure your mother is so proud of you.
She always was.
Good.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Back to the stage.
Okay, welcome back to Backstage Live. Right now I'm with
Kara White.
And what was the category that you won your Emmy for?
Documentary historical.
Okay, and could you tell me a little bit about that documentary?
Yeah, it's called Witness to Revolution, and it's about a medical missionary who went to China in the turn of the century and ended up in their Xinhai Revolution, working with the Red Cross, and ended it up, the end of the dynasty. So it was this awesome, a family member hired us to do it, and we got to tell their story, so it was great.
That's amazing. And what did that mean to you to get someone that is close to you and personal to your life to be a part of such a big project?
Oh my gosh, it was so daunting. And it was one of the biggest challenges I've ever had to do. And it was like 500 photos and all his journals and letters, and just assembling that and, doing justice to his story for their family. So I'm glad it turned out okay.
I was going to say, hard work pays off. Congratulations. I love your earrings too. Yeah, anything else you want to say?
Just thanks to my team at Hemlock Films. They're amazing. And Madison Shook, who helped with the edit. She's amazing. So.
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations. Yeah. Okay, back to the stage. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Backstage Live. I am Lily Taveras, and I am here with
Sophia Gillespie.
And what awards did you win tonight?
I won in the Magazine Program Award for our show City Centric.
And what does that city-centric show mean to you?
Well, it was actually my first show I produced out of college, so this is a huge honor. And we interviewed 6 people from Northeast Ohio and Western Pennsylvania for 6 different episodes, so 36 interviews altogether. And that was amazing to get to know each and every one of these people, and then just to be able to share their stories and be able to win an award for it is just amazing.
That is amazing. Congratulations. Is there any big takeaway that you took away from interviewing with all those 36 people, learning all their different stories, anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just making sure we continue to highlight these local cities and these local stories, because there are stories there and there are people there who are making differences. So definitely staying local, creating local content is something I'm going to take away with me.
So this is your first job since college?
Correct.
Okay, that's amazing. And do you have any ideas for your next project since you finished that one?
Yes, I'm actually currently producing a show I created called By Nature's Design. I'm currently working on the 2nd episode of the 1st season, and it's just exploring our native wildlife in all of Ohio and then some of Western Pennsylvania. So,
gosh, that is amazing. Well, thank you so much. You look beautiful, like I said, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you. Okay, back to the stage.
Hey there, everyone. Tony Benton Jr. here at the Backstage Live here at the Great Lakes Emmys. And right now we have the winners of the category of interview and discussion. Congratulations, you two.
Thank you very much.
What is the feeling that was going through when they called your name and you were able to know that this piece of work was able to be recognized in this way?
Satisfaction. I mean, there were just so many people who were involved in this, who worked so hard to make it happen, and it was just a real privilege to get to accept the award for everybody.
And it's always, I don't know if the word is unsettling feeling when you win an award for coverage that involved a tragedy. And in this case, it is a tragedy for 2 families, the families of Abby Williams and Libby German, and also a tragedy for the Delphi community. To be recognized for that, we always wanted to keep those 2 young ladies and their families in mind during our work. And all of the media that was involved in the coverage of that trial did an excellent job. We were doing it under unusual circumstances. Access was not always granted every day. We had a lottery for media passes. So the media really pulled together to make sure that the information got out there and got out there correctly, and that was very important to us. But every day we would have something called the Delphi Debrief, where we sat down and talked kind of in long form about the day's events. And some of those were some really hard days, especially for those families. So we always try to keep that in mind. So it is nice to be recognized for the hard work, but we always want to keep those families in the forefront of whenever we talk about this. So.
A testament of the important work that we do. Congratulations to you all and your team, and for the stories that you're able to tell. No problem. Thank you. Yeah. Congratulations. All right, Tony Benton Jr. back here.
I'm Lily Taveras.
Yes, and right now we are here. We're not saying bye, Felicia. We're saying hi, Felicia. Felicia, congratulations on your Emmy win tonight. I mean, in the category of historical and cultural, what are you feeling right now? Talk to me about how you're feeling.
I'm just really excited. This is my first one ever in my 13-year career, and I just think about all the stories and all the work that has been done. So it's really cool to kind of be honored by your peers. A little nerve-wracking too, and to be honored, and of course to win.
What does it mean to you to be able to help tell those historical, cultural stories, those moments that, you know, some people may forget about, but the importance of being able to make sure that history is not forgotten?
Yes, this particular story was for Black History Month story, so it really hits home. It really means a lot, and I'm thinking about right now, just off the top of my head, my mom who passed away a year ago, and how she loved Black history and how we sat through all the Black History Month projects and different things. She's the one that taught me research and how to look into different topics and how to look up different things, you know, prior to the internet. And so it's just an exciting time. It's a time to celebrate. You know, we don't always get to celebrate in this business and in this career. So I'm really excited.
Congratulations to you. Congratulations to your team. And looking forward to seeing more work from you.
Thank you.
No problem. Congratulations. Yes, thank you.
You too.
Hey everyone, right now we're welcoming you back to Backstage Live. I'm here right now with Jeff. I mean, congratulations, man. How have you been feeling tonight? You guys have been doing some good work.
I'm wildly overwhelmed. We have an amazing team at PBS Fort Wayne, and so I guess I'm not surprised, but also just like it's first win for me and never happened before, so it's exciting. Yeah.
First time, look, I know that you mentioned your team. Are there some shout outs that you want to give, some people you want to be able to recognize?
Yes, absolutely. Personally, I wanted to start and just say thanks to Ron Harmeyer and Ted Lynn at Wayne 15 a number of years ago who gave me a start in TV. I wouldn't be here without them and their care and oversight. And my colleague and now friend from there who's still there, Alyssa Ivinson. We started just a few months apart on the same story, and so that was my personal journey. And at PBS Fort Wayne, I just want to thank our entire team on production, and really the entire building just works together. And as I mentioned briefly up there, I really want to say thank you to Bruce and to Todd and to Logan and Jonathan and Owen, who are also winners, and Rob and Justin, everybody in production who's made this happen. So yeah, that's it really.
Well, look, I lived in Fort Wayne for 5 years as working with the 21 Alive, so I love being able to see a Fort Wayner be able to win that. And a special shout out to Ted Lynn as well. I was able to know him as well. So congratulations again. And remind us the two categories that you were involved in.
So children, youth, teen for our writers contest, kids animating kids stories, and then as well as the discussion program. Also shout out to the folks at the Bill Blass organization, and as well as Rick Beyer, the filmmaker, which was the topic of discussion for our category win there. So yeah, amazing people.
Well, look, congratulations. More Emmys to come, more great work and stories to come, but congratulations to you and the rest of your team.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah. Welcome back to Backstage Live. We are here with the Great Lakes Emmys, the 56th annual. And look, I love your energy when you were on stage. I'm going to let everyone know your station and your name real quick.
So my name is Cassandra Nist. I'm an executive producer at 19 News, Cleveland 19 and WIO, Cleveland.
You know, the energy that you had on stage, I'm sure that was for a reason. Your team has done some great work. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Listen, Cleveland 19, we are hard news all the time. We are breaking news. If it's happening, we are on air. We are online. We are in your phone. We are on your iPad. We are on your television. We're on your Roku, your Amazon Fire. We are on Apple TV. We are everywhere at the same time. We're here for it, and we're going to get it to you first. And you know what? This year was a big year. There's a lot of news going on, national news, local news, and we are here for it. We want to get everybody the news as quickly as we can and get everybody on board so everybody knows.
As we talk about all the access and ways to be able to get information, and your team is killing it in the way that they're doing it, you know, what do you have to say about your team and the way that they're getting things done?
I want to tell you, this industry's changed so much. It's not just let's get it on air. It's let's get it online. We have our assignment, it goes from the assignment desk, our digital team, our live streaming team, our producers, everybody wants information right now. it is all hands on deck in this industry, and we got to be factually correct. Like, we are on it. We have source on source on source. We double check, triple check, and you know what? This industry is very fast paced, very quick moving. So I like anyone who wants to go into journalism right now. Like, let's go. We need you because now's the time. Like, people need their news, and we need journalists. So come on board. Let's go.
Look, I love it so much. Congratulations to you and your team. Yes, looking forward to seeing more.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Backstage Live. I'm Tony.
And I'm Lily.
Yes, and we're so excited to be here with the winners of the category in military. Look, my mom is a vet, so being able to know that the military was being able to, have that story told. Talk to me about the importance of the stories that you guys were able to tell here tonight and then throughout.
Well, we want to say thank you to your mom and all of the veterans who've served our country. Steve and I had the honor of visiting the Normandy American Cemetery prior to the Paris Olympics. And it was one of the stories that we really wanted to do because we wanted to honor all of the heroes of D-Day. And Steve and I had the opportunity to walk Omaha Beach at sunrise and be able to imagine what it was like 80 years ago when these brave men stormed the beaches of Normandy to basically save the world. And we were able to walk the Normandy American Cemetery and see how they were honored every day and meet some of the French residents that place flags and pictures at each of the grave sites of these thousands of heroes. And so we really wanted to make sure that our viewers and the viewers across the Tegna platform could remember the heroes of D-Day every day.
Steve, did you have anything you want to add to that?
No, it's an incredibly important story, and I think we both felt an obligation to do it right. So hopefully we did that, and it's just, if anyone has the opportunity to go there, it really is a sacred place. So it's.
Well, as we honor and thank our military officials, we also want to make sure we thank you guys as well for telling that story. And congratulations on this evening to you and your team.
Thanks so much.
No problem. Hey there, everyone. Hey there, everyone. Welcome to Backstage Live. We are here at the 56th annual, it's the Great Lake Emmys. I'm loving the energy in the room. And right now I'm here with my good friend. We call her That News Lady, right? Talk to me about the energy that you're feeling right now. It's a reason that you guys won special events.
Yes, thank you. It's a celebratory right now. We won for Lights Out in the Land at WOIO. It was our solar eclipse coverage. It was truly a team effort. I'm talking about managers, photographers, editors, reporters, everybody. It was a beautiful day. We also had a Guardians game that day, and everybody just came together to make sure it was a really great day. And we had really solid coverage from on air all the way online, and just it was flawless all around. And so we're really excited that we won. We're really excited.
Now, and that day, take me back to that day, being able to see that eclipse, experience that moment. Take me back there.
It was amazing. So for my reports, I did something called a loop at the eclipse, and I was in Tiffin area, which is, I believe, Seneca County up near Toledo, and I watched 135 couples. They eloped in like 3 minutes and 17 seconds under the stars, and it was so amazing because the love and the air and everything it was like a magical moment, and they said it was a once in a lifetime moment, and it felt like that way. And so even though I was working, I was honored to work, but it was also good to witness something. I'm like, where will I ever be to experience that again?
And it was more than just that day, right?
More than just that day, it was. And so, so we're really excited. For many of us on this team, this was our first, and so we're really grateful that our peers recognize our work, and so, thank you.
Congratulations, and I'll see you at NABJ.
You at NABJ in the CLE, honey. It's our 50th anniversary. Come on out. You're a hardworking NABJ member, so everyone is welcome. Come on out.
We'll see you out there. Congratulations. Hey there, everyone. It's Backstage Live. It's the 56th annual Great Lakes Emmys right now. And I love these two faces right here. I've got a familiar face, but we're going to come back to you. You guys, politics, government. Talk to me about this category and what it means to you to be able to walk home with this trophy.
It's an honor because we put a lot of hard work into putting this debate together. Kelly and her team behind the scenes were awesome. She's the best director in the business, and every week puts together our Sunday morning show In Focus that covers politics around Indiana. And so we put together this hour-long live debate with the candidates for governor, which, it's an honor to do that. That's, one of the most important things we do in journalism is take tough questions to government officials and people who want to run for office. But I spoke too much on stage. I want Kelly to say a few words about this. This is her first Emmy.
It is.
That's freaking awesome.
Oh and I want to echo what you said about her being a fantastic director. She was my first director in Fort Wayne, and then when she had moved on to great things, I was so happy for her. So to see her tonight, basking in this moment, first of all, congratulations. But how are you feeling right now?
I'm shaky. No, honestly, I am thrilled. I was telling Dan earlier tonight, this specific award means so much to me because the debate, it was the most excellent amount of teamwork and hard work from everybody. I have never been more proud of my crew and my coworkers than that night. I was just smiling ear to ear. So.
Caden, come here. I also have to say, my good luck charm is here tonight. Our 12-year-old daughter, Caden, who was here the last time I won an Emmy, and she came again tonight, and we won an Emmy again.
It's a good luck charm, right?
She also visited the station and met Kelly and is, a big fan of Kelly's as well. So, good stuff.
And what does it mean to you to be able to see this other Emmy win? Come on a little bit closer.
Well, I'm so glad my dad won an Emmy, and yeah, I'm just his good luck charm. Can't win without me.
Sometimes you got to embrace it, right?
I guess so, right? And thanks to my wife, Christy, who's here tonight as well.
Shout out to Christy as well. Congratulations to you all, to your team.
Can I just mention them? Yeah, Chris Norris, Hannah Adamson, Annie Schumar, Kelly, Birchelle Edmay, who co-anchored the debate with me. Anybody else on the?
Alejandro Oviedo, Clay Easton, Jib camera operator, the best in the business. If I can real quick, I just want to thank my mom and my family in general for always believing in me, and thank my boyfriend who's not able to be here tonight. And yeah, just.
I'm going to thank my mom who's here tonight as well. Yes.
Look, we're thanking everyone tonight, right? Awesome. Well, congratulations to you all, and she's going to have to come back next year and the year before and the year next.
Yes,
Awesome. Congratulations, you guys. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Backstage Live. I'm Caitlin Kendall. My first time being up here with you guys. Obviously, we are doing some behind-the-scenes stuff with some of our Emmy winners. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Matthew, I know it is your first Emmy. Is this your first Emmy as well? Okay, what does this mean for you guys to be here to win this award? What award was it, and what does it mean to you?
Yeah, so we both won the weekend newscast, morning newscast. It was for the All-Star weekend last year. For me personally, it's a true honor, give all the glory to God, for just allowing me to be in this position with Channel 13 and just working on the craft. And, it's something special. Not everybody, like that lady said earlier, you go 20 years of submitting and sometimes you don't win. So it's just a true honor and just really blessed to be here and be here, especially alongside this guy.
Yeah, a photographer, right? Okay, so what does this mean for you to be able to be a part of this?
I'm just completely stoked. I was not at all expecting this. Just to have some part in this. I mean, obviously working with someone like Matthew is just awesome, and just our crew that we had. I actually worked at the convention center, just have a little bit of part of it with Anna as well. It was super exciting. NBA All-Star Weekend, that was like the biggest thing ever to happen, I feel like, in the city in quite some time. So just have some part of that was just really awesome, and just a way to connect with the community, because basketball is like the biggest thing in Indiana. We all love basketball so much, so it's just awesome. I'm at a loss for words.
At a loss for words, right? Do you have anything you want to ask? Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, is it more special to you to win this weekend award because, you probably lost a lot of weekends, a lot of events you wanted to go to, time with the people that you love or stuff like that?
Yeah, I'd say so. Like I said, working the weekends, especially a morning shift, it's brutal. Anybody out there that doesn't know, but when you have a special group, being able to kind of cover a special event such as the All-Star Weekend, I think it just means a lot. We take pride in it. We try to put in all the hard work, even if we're like 3 hours of sleep. We're still caffeinated and trying to do our best to energize the viewers. So, yeah, for me, it's really special for sure.
Okay, do you have anything you want to add?
Oh, I just think, the weekend crew, I think it's just something special, just something different. Obviously, we're working with almost like half the manpower. So in a way, it's almost like we're all stepping up, but we all know what we need to do. But we always like to make it even the weekend crew or the weekend show itself, just make it different and unique in and of itself. So for any of our viewers, anyone that tunes in, they can expect something new and fresh. And I feel like we always do such a good job of trying to step it up, take it to the next level, and just provide something that is just very entertaining for anyone to watch. So.
Well, that's amazing. Congratulations, guys.
Well, we will let you go back to your table. I know there's some awards left. We're going to interview some more people here on Backstage Live, but we'll send it back to the live show for now. All right, we are Backstage Live with Emily Longnecker and Katie Jackson-Lindsay. A special award for you guys. Obviously, I know not even a journalist here winning her second Emmy tonight, right?
Yes, absolutely.
An attorney, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this category was obviously very special, something that so many stations in Indianapolis were a part of, the Delphi murders trial. Obviously, covering a trial like that has some magnitude, it has some depth, it has some sadness to it. For you, as an attorney, coming in and being able to provide insight on something so tragic, but something that so often journalists are covering, but they don't necessarily always know the intricate details behind some of the things that happens. What did it mean to you to be able to be a part of something like this?
Well, I was just so proud to work with a station that really prioritized making sure the public understood. It can be really difficult to understand the legal process, and as an attorney from this community, that's always been very important to me. So this just gave me an opportunity to do something that I love, which is legal education, and then pairing with this station that's absolutely wonderful, and then about a topic that was so important, because at the heart of it really was those two little girls, and also providing information even for their families that may not understand. So it was an amazing opportunity for me.
When you got your law degree, did you ever think you would be sitting at an evening newscast providing live, in-depth coverage on a murder trial?
No, never in my wildest dreams. I had really big dreams. I still have really big dreams, and this was not included. So this was just an amazing opportunity for me.
Emily, obviously covering the trial. We had some nights, long days there at the trial. What did it mean for you to be able to be awarded for such the hard work and dedication that was put into something like this?
Well, and I said it up there during the acceptance speech. There's a moment of uncomfortability to when your work is recognized and the story involves the tragedy of someone. And as we know, this was a tragedy for two families, for those little girls who should still be here, who should be grown women. It was a tragedy for an entire community. So I think that we tried to keep that in mind always in our coverage. And I think that all the journalists out there, and I said that up there, and if you were there, and you were there. And so access was not always guaranteed every day, right? There were a lot of people that stayed outside overnight in lawn chairs to get us passes so that we could go in the next day. And it was important just to get that information out there and to get it out there in the correct manner. So to have that recognized, I mean, it's gratifying, it's fulfilling, but always kind of keeping in mind Abby and Libby, right? I mean, 8 long years of covering it. I covered it when they disappeared and the day that they were found. So for me as a journalist to be able to bring that full circle and cover that trial, it meant something, so.
It's hard as a journalist, and I would imagine as an attorney, to cover tough conversations, tough stories like that, and to be able to provide depth and coverage to that. Any last words or anyone you guys want to thank if people didn't see your acceptance speech?
Sure. My husband's here with me. Again, this is not our world, so I'm very thankful to him that he was very supportive of me because it required me to work 2 jobs at once to be able to do this work. And I can't emphasize enough how much I thank WTHR for taking a chance on me and my family for tuning in, because I don't really like to be on TV. So just to know that they were watching and supporting me was really important and a big deal. And to my legal community who supported me and rooted me on and reassured me that I was doing a good job and I was representing all of us, our bar.
I mean, I want to thank some of my friends who took the late night calls after a particularly hard day in the courtroom with hard testimony, because I think we're humans after all, even though we're reporters, when we're on TV, but you think about those things, right, when you left that day. So I want to thank the people that kind of loved me through that experience, because it wasn't always easy. So yeah, and the station for giving us the resources to do it right. We had a nice office space right off the courthouse square, and I think that that's really important. And in a day when stations are cutting resources and asking everyone to do several jobs and more with less, you get to do good things and cover things really well and rise to excellence when you are given the resources. Resources count. So thank you to my station and our company for giving us the resources to do it well and to rise to the occasion.
Well, I just want to say, as a young journalist myself, everything that you just said is staying in my brain. I thought all of that was great. I think the work that you did, both of you, on that was amazing. And I just admire it a lot. And I know a lot, the community and a lot of families do as well. So I just wanted to say that. But thank you guys, and congratulations.
We'll have more Backstage Live for you here throughout the night.
Welcome back to Backstage Live. I am Lily, and I'm here with
Erica Page.
And Erica, what is the category that you won in tonight?
It was Weathercast. So it was really a team effort as we all put in a lot of hard work for our show called First Alert Focus.
And what does weather mean to you personally? When did you know that this is the path that you wanted to take and what you wanted to do?
I think it all starts with curiosity. So I always had just this innate wonder about weather. And so I think if you can turn that curiosity and that passion into something that you really dive all into later on in life, it ends up being really rewarding. Yeah, it's hard work, but honestly, it's the best kind of work.
That's amazing. And is this your first Emmy?
It is, yes.
Congratulations, of course. And what are you looking forward to now? I mean, you have this big accomplishment. What's going to top it next?
I think it's just honestly continuing to build upon all the skills and all the, hard work that got us to where we are. This show started about a year and a half ago, and so I think this just gives us that much more motivation to continue to work really hard and produce a lot of great content that everybody wants to see when it comes to weather.
And that's so special to be a part of something new as well, it launching off and being so successful. That's amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We're really excited about it. It's been a big accomplishment for the whole team.
Definitely. Okay, it was amazing to meet you. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
All right, joining me now backstage live, Kara Kinney, WRTV's Kara Kinney. I'm from WRTV too, so kind of fun to have my colleague back here. Congratulations, Kara.
Thank you so much.
We were talking at the table for so long. WRTV has been a bit of a dry spell.
Yeah, we had.
Since 2023.
Yep.
First off, for those of you who were not watching, talk about what just happened to you.
Oh, well, in the middle of the Emmy gala, they said, oh, we have a winner, like, many categories ago that we didn't realize had won, and let's open it up, and it's WRTV. And I was like, I was just so shocked, and so I got really emotional. It's been kind of a tough year for our station and for our industry, and we've lost a lot of really good people. And so I gave a shout out to my photographer and the photographers at our station and all the work that they do, because they really are the MVPs.
Yeah. Talk about your category, your win, and that story.
Yeah, so this is a win for government and politics. I entered our story, Forgotten Parks. And we went around the city and we looked at high weeds, trash, and just basically the condition of our parks, and found that a lot of them are sort of in disrepair. And we brought those concerns to the mayor, to Indy Parks, to Department of Public Works, and actually prompted quite a bit of a change. So it was really exciting to see.
I was in the newsroom when stuff started flooding in. I mean, you guys had this story air originally, asked for people to say, if you have an issue at your park, what was it like for you as an investigative journalist? Obviously, you're seeking change. That's your number one role. You're trying to, fight that good fight out there. When you see so many people reacting to your story and saying, look at my park, what did that mean to you as a journalist to see in live, real time, your story making that difference?
Totally. I think if you don't use parks, well, first of all, a lot of people use their parks. And then second of all, it means a lot of people care about their tax dollars. And third, that means that people enjoy seeing us hold government accountable. And so I love the fact that that resonated with people, and it just shows we need to continue to do this type of work.
Anyone special you want to thank?
My photographer, Brad Forrestal, because honestly, he was out there with me measuring weeds and tromping through trash and things like that. And it was a lot of work. We went all over the city, and it was a lot of boots on the ground reporting that took a lot of time, and it really paid off. And I think it was a good investigation. It really just started because we were in a park and we were like, this looks really bad. We should see if other parks are this bad. And that's it. So
takes one simple question, right?
Absolutely. Started with a simple question.
Well, congratulations. At our table, we were jokingly saying, who's going to break the WRTV dry spell? And it was Kara.
Yes.
So hopefully we'll see a few more WRTVs out there.
I know. Sounds good.
All right,
Thanks,
Kara,
Caitlin.
thank you so much, and we'll send it back to the live programming.
Thanks.
Welcome back to Backstage Live. Some more winners at the Emmys. I have Alex and Cameron here. Share your category, what your story was, and what this means to you guys.
Yeah, so sports documentary. It was transatlantic storytelling, and it means the world to us to kind of showcase what we do at Ball State and kind of win an Emmy.
Yeah. As a Ball State student, what does it mean to you to be able to already have one of these that so many professionals are hoping to have?
So I actually just graduated last year, but this is my first win, and I have a couple more in the professional from a different place. But super sweet. It's super cool. I mean, Ball State gives students opportunity to like go and do this, and this is something that other schools don't get to do. So it's exciting.
Ball State's obviously known for their television program. What does it mean for you to be a part of something like this?
Yeah, it's just an honor to really drive home one of the best programs in the country and to give students the opportunities to get professional experience on campus. And this was even off campus for us. We were able to take a 10-day journey to Cardiff, Wales, and to tell the story of athletes that are competing in Welsh sports, whether it's rugby, track and field, or Paralympic sports.
How important is it for opportunities like this? I mean, we talk about an industry that so many people are leaving, right? The journalism industry. But people at Ball State, students at Ball State, professors at Ball State are trying to drive more people into this industry. To see an award ceremony like this, or to be able to have conversations like this about the industry, what does it mean for you guys to see? Because I think you do a bunch of work and it doesn't always get recognized on the daily grind, right? But when you're able to pour into students or you're able to pour into your work, what does that mean to you guys?
Recognition is super important. I mean, there's a lot of people that go like put work into this that maybe didn't get named tonight, but they know that they're a part of it. So recognition is super important in our industry, and I think a lot of people's work goes unnoticed. So it's exciting to see a win.
Anything else you guys want to say?
No,
or anyone you want to thank?
Ball State, and absolutely thanks to my wife Allison for letting me do the 10-day journey to Cardiff and while she took care of the two kids. It means the world to be able to have these opportunities, both personally and professionally.
Anything else, guys?
That's it.
That's it. We'll send it right back to the live programming. All right, we are in Backstage Live with Mitch and Kevin, our winners tonight. You go from nominees to winner. Hey, what is your guys' category, and what is it that you guys won?
Sports story, short form, long form, which was for our recap video of the IU Oaken Bucket game.
And obviously, I'm an IU fan, and the Oaken Bucket was pretty cool, right? Yeah. Coming home with that W. Talk a little bit about your guys' story and what went into this.
Yeah, you know, it was a beautiful night. There was snow everywhere, and we just wanted to kind of recap a beautiful evening. It was a long night, kind of one-day turnaround, and it was just all about the excitement of a season that was honestly magical. And the nightcap, it honestly felt like a fairy tale with the snow kind of falling and putting together a piece. It was an honor to be able to put it together.
Was it one of those pieces that you put it together and you thought we got to submit it?
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. We did the interviews. Kevin and I just wandered into the tailgate fields and got some incredible interviews. And he spent the whole game cutting those together in the basement of the stadium. And I got back. You know, we finished filming the game, and he played the A-roll that we had. I was like, oh, this is going to be a good piece. Yeah, it was awesome.
What does this mean to you guys? Is it your first Emmy? How many Emmys do we have now? What are we at?
It's my first, and technically...
It's my second, and it's a fun night tonight because it happens to be my birthday, so this is my birthday
Happy
party.
birthday! This is the best birthday celebration.
It's not a bad day, yeah, so I'll
This is better than a birthday cake.
I don't know, my daughter's going to be pretty happy. She's like, you're going to have a trophy, and now I can come home and put this on top of the birthday cake, so.
Oh, that's perfect, a cake topper.
Exactly.
Well, congratulations to you guys. Is there anyone you guys want to thank before you wrap up?
Thanks to the IU team for entrusting us to tell this story. We really appreciate that. Thanks to my wife, who may be watching at home, and thanks to our entire team who really made this possible.
What about for you?
Yeah, same kind of thing. Our team who put this together, but also Mike Santa and Doug Boer who brought us into the project, and then obviously the entire IU football team for just having an incredible season. We're excited for next year.
All right, excited for next year. We'll see what they can do, right?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks so much. We'll send it back to the Emmys.
Welcome back to Backstage Live. I'm Lily. What's your name?
Dave.
Leo.
Joe.
Jeremy. And Mike.
And could you tell me a little bit about the category that you guys won tonight?
Yeah, sports program, right?
Correct, yeah. So
sports program.
Road Back, it's our episodic series, follows the Cavs on and off the court, behind the scenes. Our team puts a lot of work into it. This is Rock Entertainment Sports Network's first Emmy. So we launched back in July. It was a joint venture with Gray Media. So we're pretty excited about this one because it means a lot for all the hard work that we've put in the last 11 months to get to this point.
Yeah, so not even a year old. It's very new. And what does it mean for you guys to be able to accomplish this all together as a group working together?
Look, it takes a lot of effort from a lot of great people, especially people behind the scenes.
a great engineering staff, great production staff. We're just happy we're able to start this from the ground up, and we keep excelling forward. We're forward thinkers, and we look forward to next year and hopefully a lot more categories where we create some more great content for everybody.
So what's next now?
What's next? Hopefully there are no boundaries with rock entertainment sports. We look to make sure that the community is well represented, high school football, basketball, and other sports in our community. We want to bring that to a forefront, but also our professional sports too. We feel like we were lacking in that category early on for the last couple of years in Ohio, and I feel like with this Rock Entertainment Sports Network, we are bringing that to the forefront for many people in America to watch all their kids and all their friends grow up and play sports in Ohio.
That's amazing. Something that personal is also really important. I feel like that would bring a lot of viewers, and that's just a great idea. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to add?
I just want to say thanks for all the hardworking people that couldn't be here, like Courtney Payton, Nikki Stropman, all the digital team that follow the team and do a lot of the day in, day out hard work that we really appreciate, and they did a great job on this show.
Well, congratulations on your first Emmy, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your night. It was nice to meet you. Yep, back to the show. Welcome back. I'm Lily, and I'm here with
Monique Zappa.
Okay.
I was one of the executive producers on the evening newscast that one. Yeah.
And so, like you said, you won for the evening newscast. Is this your first Emmy Award so far?
Of tonight, yes. This will be my second overall.
That's amazing. And have you always been a night anchor? Is that the schedule that you like? You like the nighttime shift?
So I'm actually one of the executive producers, so I work dayside, but on the 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so, yeah, I love that shift. We have a great team. Everyone works together really well, so it's been an honor to work with them.
And coming from a producer perspective, what does it take really from all members of the team, editors, photographers, anchors, reporters, to really come together and just create a good show?
I think communication is key. We're lucky to work with a lot of really great professionals who have been in the business for a long time, and so everyone has a unique perspective and great ideas, and it's just making sure we're communicating, and I think we have a team that does that really well.
Well, that's amazing. And is there anyone special that you wanted to shout out tonight?
Obviously, this is a great team. We wouldn't have won it, obviously, otherwise. And so I want to shout everybody who was listed on this and wasn't listed on this. And then, obviously, my family. They've been very supportive of my career, and I would not be here without them.
Well, congratulations. It's so amazing. And you look amazing, too. I love your earrings, too. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Okay, back to the stage. Thank you guys so much for watching the Central Great Lakes Backstage Live show. We will see you next year for our next ceremony. I'm Lily Taveras, and thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great and safe night.